Okay, I'm going to give you a quick video tutorial on how we go ahead and print on our stabilizer fabric. So as you can see, I have a piece of my stabilizer fabric that I've already cut into 8.5 by 11 sheet so that it will fit in my printer. Here I am at the computer. You can see I have the PDF. This is the Seasons one, the Seasons Playbook page. And I've pulled it up just as the PDF. It's in my PDF viewfinder. Just looking at it, and that's going to be, we're going to get ready to send it to the printer. First thing I need to do though is go ahead and load my printer with my stabilizer fabric. So I'm going to go over here and show you how this is done. I've had this printer for forever, so it doesn't need to be anything fancy. I load from the bottom tray, so I'm going to take out all the other paper that's already in there. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a single sheet of the stabilizer at a time. If you do try to have the other stuff in there, it usually jams. So I have my single sheet of stabilizer. I don't know if you can tell that there is a texture to it. You can see the difference from it compared to just, you know, a regular sheet of paper. Another thing that we found out as we were doing this project, and I have no way to show you, but there is one side of stabilizer we've discovered that is less likely to fray or kind of fuzz up while you're coloring it. And so you just kind of feel it. And in fact, as I'm feeling it, this side feels like it's the shinier, smoother side. And that's the side you want to print on. So that hopefully it won't fuzz up as much. So I'm putting that side down so that it will, as it goes through, it's going to print on that. You know, it flips over as it goes through, and so you're actually printing on the bottom side. So, like I said, you might have to experiment a little bit with this. We didn't actually discover this till I already printed hundreds of pages, so you know, it still works. Some of them just fuzzy up a little more, but they still look great, I think. But if you want to be picky or particular, try to notice that there is kind of a more shiny, slick side, and you want to try to print on that side because it tends to not fuzzy up as much. So we just loaded in the tray. I like to kind of make sure it's pushed up close to the end so it feeds well. Shut it. And come back over to the printer, or computer I mean, and we're just going to go up here. I'm clicking my print button. It's going to give me the commands, you know, over here. You can't really see it in this lighting. There we go. We're going to hurry and make sure you've got the right printer selected. And we're just going to go ahead and tell it to print. I'm going to show you. Hopefully it works well. Sometimes it does jam. Mine makes a funny clunk noise, but like I said, I've done tons and tons of pages, and my printer still works even back when I go back to regular paper. So hopefully it'll work for us. I can show you how easy it is. All right, perfect. My printer, yeah, it worked out really well. My printer is currently out of any color ink. It just has black ink, so you'll notice that my printout only has the black ink and it's missing the guide, the little red circle guides that are just to let you know where you could tack on your embellishments, but that's okay. I have my visual there, so I don't really need that. But anyway, it printed really well. What you need to know about this is the ink is not permanent. I could literally go run this under the tap and it would wash clean, and then I could just let the page dry and reprint on it if I wanted to. And later I'll do a tutorial of that and show you how easy it washes out. So what's important is after you've printed on your page, you'll need to make sure to seal the ink. So when I go about coloring these pages, I'll show you on this finished one, I just make sure to cover any line that I want to stay permanent. So my lettering, I used my my Artec paint to just write right over atop the ink, and now it won't wash away. We've actually ran this through water and nothing's bleeding or coming off because it's all been sealed underneath the Artec paint. Up here you can see this is lighter tones. We've been experimenting with crayon. So this is actually colored with a crayon, kind of shaded pretty. So all this lighter coloring is just a crayon, and once you've colored it with crayon, you put wax paper down and iron it into the fabric, and that seals the ink in as well. If you notice, you can see the lines are darker here, you know, the outlining and some of the detailing. I think my grandma did this page, so it's really awesome. She actually went in and used Sharpie marker to go ahead and, you know, make those lines stand out and seal in the ink as well. So Sharpie marker works great on stabilizer. Crayon can even be used. It's really, really fun, really easy to do, really versatile. You can go as crazy as Artec painting to just simple crayon and ironing it in. So we've made sure all the lines got coated either by Sharpie or crayon, and so it's been ironed and sealed really well that now if it got wet it should all stay together. So that's how you print on your stabilizer fabric to create your playbook page. Hope you enjoyed this and it was helpful, and feel free to message me if you have any other questions and need any more tips on how to do this.